right? Knowing that there might be a trade-off in the jungle picks between the Fredrin and the Baksha. If they assume they're gonna get the Fredrin again, then the Arlet could be something that they can use more efficiently compared to Bigatron that might go for the Baksha again.
So they let go the Arlet?
I think, and it depends on how they wanna. There's so many what ifs here.
We can only assume, ladies and gentlemen, as we head over into the drafts for game number 3, presented to you by the official gaming phone Infinix GT50 Pro. And we're going through Flying Clouds once again. All right, let's see the differences in the first phase. Will there be changes to the bans? Will there be changes to the prio in the first pick? And
There you go.
Paquito and Fredrin are the bans here in game number 3.
I think this is what Onyx should have done in the second game, banning one of the utility heroes,
Oh.
the 2 utility heroes in the meta currently that is very prominent. The Baksha and also the
What's
Fredrin.
your
Now,
command?
they can prio more towards the Baksha. I feel like this is going to be a Baksha first before anything else. Before the Jushin, before the Paquito,
Yeah.
or before anything else. There you go.
There you go. And to a degree, it is still flexible, even though it's not preferable right now. For Bigatron, Claude, Tushin.
In the relentless flow of
No,
time's
Arlen,
Whoa.
wow.
I like
am
that
the
more, no?
constant That breaks the
Because there's
time.
nothing. Wait. The Fredrin is banned. I just realized.
Yeah, so now
My bad.
Onyx can get the Tushin. Do they want to though, right? If this comes down to a damage face-off between Moreno and Sans, the Sushin can carry, but what's up, Shevin?
It's a Kyret 3, no? Against a Baksha, you win the objective game. With Arlen, that's pretty much only dash, only vengeance for Niall, and he played it.
That's true.
And I
Does
believe
Gwyn-
Onyx already reading that.
Does Gwyn not work for BTR?
You know what? That's actually true. It's been a while since Gwynnever getting picked, so it's
Because it's
still on
always
my
banned.
radar.
It's always banned from BTR. That's why we don't see it anymore.
Yeah. I guess that's the more optimal route or normal route for BTR. We'll see.
Intense light.
Moskov's Tushin, though, again, this is like fast rotations across the board for Onyx. Trying to outmaneuver Bigatron, because in the first 2 games, Bigatron definitely got places faster compared to Onyx, even with the Logi diversion. Look at the top 5 cross-region total
Dude.
kills right here. Moreno?
I
Like
mean,
60, almost like 70 kills above the next person.
I mean, technically we have more games.
matches, yeah.
So unless it's like average kill, then yeah.
That is still pretty crazy
It's
stat.
really impressive though, wow. All right. Let's see what Pikachu want to put in the hands of Moreno though. They might go for one here, because getting the other options banned out is fine, but no, they do go for that Tai Shevin, as you predicted. They usually do this. They want to keep the final pick for Moreno because of his adaptability.
Yeah. But I think say goodbye to Yi from Moreno.
Yeah. Eve as well as...
Do you think Valir?
Lilia.
Will they actually
Also
ban the
something they
Kimi?
need to think about?
I think Valir is better than the Lilia. I like that.
Yeah, if it's going to be a pure front to back, if they're dealing with a Baksha, man, against a Valir, it's really hard to really move forward in any way.
What do BTR ban though?
A good EXP that's was brought up maybe in the first game, that is the Uranus.
Let them play the
Blue.
hero.
And well, in the same line,
I will be
it
the
wins out the
truth
lane,
this
at
world
least before level
desperately
4, and there's
needs.
no ganks.
Well, if they ban the Yu Song, it seems like a front to back angle, or they just want to make sure that the Arla doesn't really get countered too hard in the lane. So both of those are valid.
It's also making me think about Moreno's pick, you know, with the Yuzong ban.
Right, is it going to be a backline type of hero?
Yeah.
But then again, he
Among
plays the
the
backline
planes
heroes
exists the
in the
equal
front,
limit.
you know, so...
But I mean, this could potentially be another Kimi game because we're
That's
looking
true.
at a Kimi versus Baxia. They ban out the Yuzong too.
Just Arla as well for some synergy.
Yeah, I feel like I like the Valir more than the Kimi. Kimi against a Baksha is not really that great unless you have the DHS. That has a bit of a HP-based damage dealing potential.
Uh-huh. Max
now-
HP.
Yeah. And the Valir also complements the Arlet even more, so you can set up for a better objective game in the first 2 or so objectives.
So they banned the Lapu here, and I'm wondering if it's because they don't want to give Onyx like a dive hero that can burst the backline, or are they trying to get more crowd control and then punish with takeoffs, and they want to ban out a hero that can be immune to said crowd control.
They still ban the Lilia in a way.
Interesting. I guess in terms of damage, Lilia is much more dangerous than the Valir. But going by how safe BTR has been drafting in the first 2 games, I kind of expect the Valier here, even though the approach is a bit straightforward now. But sometimes straightforwardness gets you victories. And I believe Moreno is still sitting at 100% win rate on the Valier.
Do you think the Valier is okay with the wave clear? I mean, but considering we don't have the roamer just yet.
Only wave clear isn't
Only
bad at
still
all,
open.
because you get reset on the fireballs when you get a kill on the minion, technically. And it is AoE, right? The only issue is that if the roam is really dangerous, it can be hard to really get your fireballs onto the minion. But that's a whole separate issue. And they indeed keep that mid lane pick hidden. And they go for the Atlas again. So now there are 3 potential, like, engage potential tools coming in from Bigatron.
There could be a Cho Keyboy.
Ooh,
Oh, you know what? Gord is still playable, no?
it's not bad. It is going to be a bit vulnerable, though.
Uh-huh.
And if they want to go with the Cho, there's not a lot of synergy here. Not a lot of damage can follow up on the way of the dragon.
Dude, I think there's nothing good for Keyboy here. I feel like
He might go Khalid.
Yeah.
Just for Pryo.
just for Pryo, but when you look at the opposing composition, like, do you think, like, oh, that is a good pick? It's more like we gotta settle for something big, right?
Yeah.
I feel
it's
like
something
Cho
that
is
they will
nice
settle
because
on.
also it's anti-CC against the Akai.
Sun rises when I give
Yeah.
Charizla Khalid. Oh man. We just talked about how mobility is something that Bigatron really wants to use, and we saw the Baksha, the Tsushin, and now with the Khalid, but then they have a really slow EXP lane. I don't know if I like that.
It's Valier or Gord for Moreno. Or maybe Kimi is not really that bad either, considering how well it's working so far in the first 2 games.
What do you like better, Rashi?
I think I'm biased for the Valier a bit more. More AoE, more crowd control, and a lot of damage if you can get the resets. It's everything we were talking about that could be used in game 2.
I guess we'll see. Valier has that in it
Yeah.
as value, but
But
if they're looking for burst,
the problem with the Valier is you can't really catch up to, if you want to burst down the backliner, then you have
Exactly.
nothing to offer. And this is
Exactly.
something that they can offer here with the Zetian. Zetian, I'm sorry. How do you pronounce it? Zetian.
Zetian? Yeah.
Okay, there you go. You know more than me.
Whoa, that's true. I like it, man. I was saying I wanted more crowd control, and they really quadrupled down. Everyone except for Eman can quote-unquote engage or disengage for Bigatron. I like that. I think Onyx are going to struggle to really pick and choose the fights that they want, and Bigatron can pick and choose whenever they feel like it.
so it sounds like your VTR for the 3rd game, just from
Yeah.
drafts.
I think so.
What about you, Sheffin?
At least Sans gets his heroes right now.
Okay, and with that being said, we're gonna throw it over to the casters to walk you through game number 3 in the grand finals.
Bigatron have their troops surrounding the Velodrome, and the coup d'etat is still underway. A revolt by the red robots. The uprising of the machines to finally topple down the dynasty Onyx has built from season after season, and they are one away from match point. And now we will go to this match. It's game 3. Onyx against Bigatron by Vitality.
The Sky Kings have been dragged down by Bigatron. And now it's Onyx who are down in the dumps. They're the ones pushed onto a wall. Inside of the castle walls here in the Velodrome.
And let's see from the draft, there was a blue. Oh, the damage.
Yep, this is why I was a bit on the fence on the Zetian pick. I thought oh, wait a second, Voss! San's taking a bit too many turret shots there. That is horrible.
Yep, and burnt the Purify as well for that extra movement speed. So I don't think that's a slight equalizer for Bigatron by Vitality. But we did talk about the draft alongside Coach Aldo in the stands.
Oh, this is a great reset on the recall.
Yeah, very, very nice. Emblems by you, agility for the Charizla. Pull yourself together for the Chutian, so you have extra Purify.
Oh.
Lutfi. Frozen.
Yep. Just a bit more poke onto Lutpi. Shogun. Whoa, I don't think so, brother. He wants to go in, but he knows better than to go in. Keyboy's gonna go up. Can't risk getting a few hits on Shogun though, because the whole team will show up.
But the audacity to pick up the Arlet.
Oh, nice take by
Red one
Keyboy.
too. Yep.
Took it away. The level 4 right now. That's gonna be good damage on the Keyboy, but Finn just respects it. Flickers out of the way, and Nile dodges.
So far, it's looking very, very, very good for Bigatron. They have the chain CC set up as well. Extra stacks for the Arlet to play when you have an Akai. And you have good disengage when Onyx wants to clump up like this.
Uh-oh, Sans don't purify. He's gonna get pulled down. Fury of the Phoenix, and that's the final slash on Lutpi. Bigatron winning all in. Keyboy gonna be taken very low. Shogun's still there. Penalty zone, but Kyrie is able to get the neutral objective, but that's Lutpi having to flicker out. It's a kill for a neutral objective in the end.
They were looking for a re-engage because Kyrie was close by.
Oh, good
Whoa.
take by Kelra.
SOD for that extra bit of gold. The gold trap goes for him, but Aman will be okay with that. He's gonna re-farm again as the waves do collide. But the problem now for Onyx is obviously gonna be the range. If they can look for a good set, either from Terizla, either from a Keyboy Raging Sandstorm, then that's gonna be very good. And that is why, part of it, I think, why Bigatron picked up the Chitian, so that they have some sort of, I'd say, disturbance when Onyx wants to go all in, because of the lack of the range, then they have to bank on the team fight. And that's why the Akai is super good too. The reason, like, mind you, they picked this up in the first phase, knowing full well how Onyx really wants to approach the game. You have a disengage somehow with the heavy spin, a pin down two. Oh, rather, penalty zone.
Yep, quick around for Moreno. Just a clean little getaway. But that is a great resource spec. Shogun, though. Into those big hits onto the turret. Keyboy might be going for the 1v1. Your Raging Sandstorm locks him down. Moreno so Khalil. Actually, a bit of an assist there by the Baksha, so never mind.
Yeah, Keyboy is so confident, and he knows the damage the Khalid can deal. Take a look at the audience prediction here. A slight shift of 1%.
Uh-oh.
Mondo in the back, ganked.
Yep. Oh, great read by Kyrie! Onto the BMI. The Purify out, though, with the Blazing Duet. Another resource spent. Another resource baited out.
He timed the crash to the BMI. He's able to get the crash. However, a Purify burnt with the Blazing Duet is enough for Aman to stay safe. Bigatron by Vitality. They can force these fights if they want to, especially with the early game damage that they have. The Chitian stings very much so. 7 seconds to the turtle. We haven't really seen a neutral objective contest, but if Bigatron want to play the long game, if they really want to disengage, then I think that heavy spin will play a huge part, scampering Onyx and just disintegrating their formation. Kyrie completes the Curse Helmet, and Keyboy up top is battling it out with Finn and Shogun. Mind you, he has the Fatal Links, and Shogun will come close.
Good poke by Shogun. Penalty zone. Flicker out from Shogun. Now the heavy spin onto Lutpi. That's a big resource spent already, and I don't think that's the right move for Bigatron. They were baited into that skirmish.
Yep, a flicker for a heavy spin. One of the most important ult you can have so far in the neutral objective, and Kyrie will try to take this. And it is free, but maybe Bigatron say something.
He tries to go in. Fear the Phoenix locks him down now. Shogun goes in into Sans. Crimson Beacon already down as Niles there, going to be taken out as the SOD doesn't land, but now it's going to crash onto Shogun. No flicker already. Gets the stuns, gets the resets. Moreno coming in, but Shogun, oh god, disintegrating in the face of Onyx Trio.
Terizla damage coming in from Lutpi there. 2 kills for him.
That was a gamble.
And he carries that fight. Yeah, a gamble indeed for Bigatron. If they can get something out of that neutral objective take from Onyx, maybe they can get a trade, but they did not. And they had to pay that price. Turtle goes for Onyx, a structure up top too, before that cannon minion gets taken down. So at least no farm for Shogun. For cannon minion so far, Aman. Oh, eating up damage there. And Keyboy can just stand there menacingly, especially when you have the healing.
Oh god.
Kyrie gets it, right?
Yeah, Kyrie's just been gapping now on these red trees.
Uh-oh.
This is not a good place to be in. He's able to dodge from the first few shots. The penalty zone locked in with the shield unity, but Shogun now has the resets. It's going to be the constant reset onto Lutpi with now on the heavy spin, but is it enough to take him down? Moreno rotating as well. Kelra with the SOD and Sans is right there with Kelra. Oh my goodness, Onyx. They're angry.
Beautiful set there coming in with the penalty zone. It looked like Bigatron had a chance to flip the script, especially when you have constant resets. Oh, Finn gets the orange buff. So that's going to be a slight win. You can see Shogun just bobbing and weaving his way with the Vengeance in and out. And he tried to buy some time, but that SOD landing, I think, is one of the main points as well. And Keller gets himself a kill. And Aman has to TP back. Item build, War Axe for the Terizla, survivability. And Corrosion Side for item build for Kelra. You would see sometimes he goes DHS. When it's a tanky lineup. I think it's manageable now for Bigatron by Vitality. Sans almost gets himself pinned down. And Bigatron has the damage to outright kill members that get pinned down with the heavy spin. Now though, how will Nile use that heavy spin?
How will they use the combos, man? Because right now we've seen, I think, a glimpse of the combo, but they haven't utilized it in the neutral objective. Finn, when they jump on Lutfi, he's gonna go for the perfect match as Keyboy goes on Eman, getting up a good few more poke. Fatal Links coming down as they go all in, even with the heavy spin. God dang.
To go back. It's gonna be a death to Lutfi. Onyx, will they stay right here and contest?
No recourse. Perfect match. The Raging Sandstorm baited out as now gets in the knockup. Shogun gets the kill. Kyrie with the shield unity. A man advantage for Bigatron as they go in as the SOD lands in the back line. But I don't think Keller will take it just now. Kyrie, help away. Now gets out. Fury the Phoenix coming out as Eman is going to go over the damage again as Kyrie is going to get chain CC for Eman. He gets a free hit. Shogun with a final slash. The Spear of Misery doesn't pin Eman down onto Moreno, but it certainly picks Eman back up. It's a Purify though, baited out, and now Bigatron decide to disengage.
And it's a Flying Clouds too. Lutfi was close to rotating and maybe assisting the remaining members of Onyx. They were looking for a re-engage, but Bigatron, discipline is the name of the game for them. Throughout the playoffs, super clean disengage coming in. Oracle for Shogun, survivability, extra healing, Golden Staff completed too. And now they have to be privy where Finn is. Look at Nile. Kelra has to be careful.
He's going to go for the pin.
Oh no!
Wow. What a read by Nile, straight into the God in the gold lane.
Kelra gets taken down.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you'll pay for your sins, Nile. Or maybe you won't. Wait a second, the whole team's right here. Nile gets away with the jump in. Kyrie. Shield Unity body blocked by Shogun, and he has the Vengeance still. The final slash lands onto us now. The whole team comes crashing down on him. Keyboy all alone, thrown back again. The Fatal Links by Finn drags him into the shots from Eman,
sending him to his demise. And Onyx, they're still trying to bait something out of this. Outer resources are a big
SOD.
time of vitality. Kelra, will he take it?
The God is back, but he doesn't have a Purify. There's no way he takes that.
Yeah, and Moreno still has the Fury of the Phoenix as well. So that is wise from him. Queen's Wings for Lutfi. And Bigatron by Vitality. So far, so clean. But they're not out of the woods just yet. They can still take a look at the Moskov that really waits to scale to the late game. Looking for the Golden Staff after a completed DHS and Corrosion side. He's going to play the far lanes. Bigatron needs to answer this when it comes a pesky entity late game later on. But still, Onyx, they cannot clump up. There's going to be two ultimates waiting for them if they stick together. That's how they kind of want to play too. That Fury of the Phoenix will be very, very scary, and then you have the Fatal Links. So now look, Bigatron, let's see what they can do.
The way they're playing, you'd think that Bigatron are the ones with a lead. They're the ones controlling the map, pushing the tempo, and making proactive moves on the map.
Yep. It's a 2k gold lead down to a 1.9k. But it's Bigatron looking for these flank angles. Look at where Finn is. He holds that tri-bush, and Keyboy too, trying to open up the map. They are yet to take a structure up top. And so far, Onyx are the ones to pull the trigger. Now will always have that escape button. So I think Onyx needs to wait for Bigatron to bait their resources, get those spells, get those big ultimates, and then they can advance forward. Because there's so much that Kyrie can do. He's only there to possibly tank for the team and then catch someone. With the Passants as well, you have that anti-regen, but you still need the Chusin to hit, the Terizla, the Moskov, and this lack of range is a bit worrying for Bigatron, for Onyx, because they can't really commit to a scenario where they're able to make Bigatron expend those resources.
In the gold lane, though, I want to see the gold lane rankings, or the gold standings, and it is still Mr. Kelra who's number one, man.
Yep.
How far ahead is he? 500 gold around. Yeah. So not too much, but okay, there you go. I was about to say, Swift Trinity for both completed.
It's almost like a situation we see in game number 3. Rather, in game number 2, sorry, but that perfect match will save him. And now Bigatron reset. The next one on the menu is obviously the Lord. Bigatron can clump, if Bigatron can just converge around this Lord. Force Onyx to a mistake to get their spells out, to get their ultimates out, they can then come in. Because you have 2 layers to this. The Heavy Spin, Fury of the Phoenix, and even the Fatal Links if it connects. So Bigatron, they have to play this closely.
Really good pogo! Wait, the Fatal Links, everything thrown at Keyboy. Flicker in the Raging Sandstorm for just the Fatal Links. Shogun! Final slash lands on Lutfi, gets a massive penalty zone as the SOD lands as well with the Fury of the Phoenix. Rocks him down for just a bit. Lutfi able to escape for now as Keyboy jumps in, but that's going to the Heavy Spin to pull Kelra away from the fight. Kyrie isolated now, the pin down as well, and no one dies in that skirmish.
Ooh, that was so close.
Wow.
The Fatal Links to make sure that Onyx are down 1 tank, and they go in. But Shogun with the final slash almost made it possible. Turns out Santil is safe. And Bigatron, they want to start this fight. It's a flying cloud
Oh, no.
map, so they can respond fastly with this rotation.
Realize, look at Finn. He knows his ult is going to be
Uh-oh.
up. He knows there are no purifies. Eyes on Finn. If he can get a massive Fatal Links, that could be the end of the game.
It could be.
It's up, it's up.
It's gonna be up. The Fatal Links is what he will try to fish for.
There we go. Lutpi already there. Moreno with a flicker out. Lutpi. Oh no! He's all alone, and Bigatron know it. No way home. They're gonna go on to him right now as Finn waits for the timing. Heavy spin on the Suns. He's gonna get taken out! Completely out by the Panda! Lutpi next to the chopping block as Shogun jumps in and Finn in the back line. Gonna go for the big play. It is him zoning the boys as Kyrie gets locked down. And Mopaz with the blazing duet. It's the Fatal Links on 1, not 5, but it's A-okay as Moreno claims the kill on Keyboy. And Onyx have been completely outplayed.
Bigatron by Vitality are on another level. Onyx made speechless. Left with nothing
SOD!
to do.
Oh. No, it's too far.
It's way too far, but Kelra, he's hoping to turn something, make something happen out of nothing. The only player to watch everyone die. Let's take a look at the replay. They were able to zone out Lutpi. He's isolated. And
Niall,
this pin
bro.
down from Sans is so good. Make sure that Shusin can't move anymore. And you have so many layers in the team fight. That Fear the Phoenix is still available. The Fatal Links has been left unused, and they went in for Kyrie too. The knowledge of rationing the spells, knowing that Onyx does not have those purifies, those get out of jail cards, makes Bigatron so flawless in just executing the CCs, so you can always mix and match on which ultimate you want to use first. One thing for sure is that that's going to lead to Onyx demise. Time and time again we have seen.
The robots have made Gila Sans normal.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Ordinary.
0, 3, and 4. When have you seen Sans on this stat before? Number 1, by the way, in KDA. Just earlier we saw those stats.
Cloud stings now, and that Malefic gun will not make Onyx
Niall,
do better.
Oh my god, Evan now bait up. He's gonna bait out the Purify. He's baited out the Purify. Now eyes on Finn as the Blazing Away gets used up with the BMI and the Purify out from Iman. Finn's gonna be looking for it. Lutpi with the penalty zone is now the Fury of the Phoenix lands onto 2. It's Iman going for the gun down with about the gun, threading Lutpi down. He's trying to survive right now, but the base turret in the top lane is gonna get taken down, and Iman gets a killing spree and a turret in the mid lane. Finn! Oh! Fatal Legs by Finn! Gets Kelra down! Bigatron on the verge of match point. Now it's Keyboy in the back, looking for the Cloud to send something to fight back.
Oh my god, Keyboy next to the menu, probably Shogun.
He goes in, wants to go for the Sun. Sans caught in the bad spot right now. Final flash! The Purify out by Sans, but it's Shogun in the back. Heavy spin and the resets already. Amon stays targeted on the base, and Onyx fall again. The Red Robots secure match point.
One more. Just one more game from rewriting history. Answering the call of destiny. The Velodrome silence, at least for its residents, at least for the Onyx fans. And suddenly the Sky Kings does not look that immortal. Because starting now, the Red Robots come in